Hello guys, welcome back to Insane Footprints, where every step tells a story. Today we are climbing to one of Nepal's most iconic landmarks, the Monkey Temple, also known as Swayambhunath. Perched on a hill overlooking Kathmandu, this ancient site is not just a temple, it's a blend of history, spirituality, and breathtaking views. Now, what makes this stupa sacred to both Buddhists and Hindus? And why do monks from across the world gather here? Stick around because we are diving deep into its fascinating story. Let's start with how to reach this legendary site. Located just 3 kilometers from central Kathmandu, Swayambhunath is easily accessible. Taxis and bikes are the most popular options, but for those on a budget, local buses can get you close. And if you love trekking, the short hike from the city is an adventure on its own, with vibrant streets and local life guiding your way. Once you arrive, you are greeted by the iconic staircase, 365 steps representing each day of the year. Climbing these steps is a test of endurance, but trust me, every step is worth it. Reaching the top, you are welcomed by the panoramic view of Kathmandu Valley. This city stretches endlessly, surrounded by rolling hills and distant snow-capped mountains. It's like looking at a living, breathing painting. But the true star here is the Grand Stupa, its golden spire shining under the sun. The serene chants, fluttering prayer flags, and the distant hum of monks meditating set the tone for a journey into spirituality. Swayambhunath is deeply rooted in Buddhism. The towering stupa with its all-seeing eyes of Buddha symbolizes wisdom and compassion, values central to the Buddhist teachings. But what makes this site even more special are the monks who reside here. Clad in saffron robes, they dedicate their lives to meditation and prayers. Their chants fill the air, creating an atmosphere that's as calming as it is profound. Many of these monks have traveled from monasteries across the world, drawn to the temple's spiritual significance. Let's take a closer look at the stupa itself. Walking around it clockwise is a must for pilgrims and visitors alike. The prayer wheels lining the base are not just decorative, they are inscribed with sacred mantras. Spinning them while you walk is believed to release prayers into the universe. Nearby, there is a smaller stupa dedicated to Guru Rinpoche, a revered Buddhist master, adding another layer to the site's spiritual importance. You will also find altars where devotees light butter lamps, a tradition symbolizing the removal of darkness from one's life. What's fascinating about Swayambhunath is dual identity. While it's primarily a Buddhist site, it's also revered by Hindus. The temple complex houses Hindu shrines and statues, showcasing how these two religions coexist peacefully here. This harmony is not just in the architecture, it's in the daily life of the people who come to pray, meditate, or simply find a moment of peace. Now, let's talk about the temple's most famous residents, the monkeys. These creatures, both mischievous and revered, have their own place in the temple's lore. According to legend, Manjushri, the Bodhisattva who founded the temple, had long hair that became infested with lice. These lice transformed into monkeys, making them sacred inhabitants of the hill. Today you'll see them roaming freely, often stealing snacks from visitors. But don't let their antics distract you from the deeper spiritual essence of this place. Speaking of legends, the story behind Swayambhunath is just as captivating as the temple itself. It is said that this hill was once submerged under a vast lake and a lotus bloomed at its center. When the Bodhisattva Manjushri drained the lake, the lotus transformed into the stupa we see today. This self-existing flame of enlightenment or Swayambhu is what gives the temple its name. Standing here, surrounded by centuries of history, you can feel the weight of that legend in every stone. Beyond the spiritual and mythical, Swayambhunath is a hub of daily life. From the monks chanting in unison to local vendors selling Tibetan handcrafts, every corner tells a story. You will see tourists capturing the beauty, children chasing each other around the stupa, and elders offering prayers. It's a living, breathing space that blends the sacred with the mundane in the most beautiful way. As the sun sets over Swayambhunath, the golden spire glows against the twilight sky, a perfect end to a day of exploration and reflection. But Nepal's spiritual journey does not end here. Just a short drive away lies Pashupatinath, one of the holiest Hindu temples in the world. Want to uncover its mysteries? Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and join me on our next adventure. Until then, keep exploring because every step tells a story.